Today, we are pleased to present our topic, rising cost of living and its impact on retirement saving, for the subject retirement planning in current economics. Before we begin, let me introduce our group's members. First, Atika Farisha, Nur Shakira, Norma Amira, and Nur Anisara. Now, let's begin with the introduction. Retirement planning is an essential part of financial planning because it helps individuals achieve financial security and maintain a comfortable lifestyle after they stop working. However, in recent years, the rising cost of living has made it increasingly difficult for many people to prepare financial of retirement. The price of essential goods and services such as food, housing, transportation, utilities, and healthcare continue to increase. As a result, households are spending a largest portion of their income on daily necessities, leaving less money available for savings. In Malaysia, many individuals are focused to prioritize their immediate financial needs over long-term retirement goals. This often leads to lower retirement contribution or delays in saving, which may affect their financial security in the future. Because of these challenges, concerns about retirement income adequacy have become increasingly important, as many people may not have enough savings to support themselves throughout retirement.
Okay, the issue background. The increasing price of housing, food, transportation and other essential goods have made it more difficult for Malaysians to save for retirement. According to DOSM, average household expenditure increased from 5,150 in 2022 to 5,566 in 2024, showing that more income is being spent on daily necessities. Inflation rates are decreasing, prices remain higher than before, which reduce household purchasing power and limits the ability to save. As a result, many Malaysians face inadequate retirement saving. EPF data shows that nearly half of contributors aged 55 have less than 10,000 in saving, and only around 36% of active formal sector members have reached the recommended basic saving level. To improve retirement security, EPF introduced the Retirement Income Adequacy Framework, which recommend 390,000 in basic saving, 650,000 in adequate saving, and 1.3 million in enhanced saving by age 19. However, many Malaysians are still far from this target. Therefore, better financial planning, higher financial literacy, and consistent saving and investment practice are important to ensure Malaysians can achieve financial stability during retirement.
Now, I will explain the application of the concept related to the impact of the rising cost of living on retirement planning. First is retirement income adequacy. Retirement income adequacy means living enough saving and financial resources to maintain a comfortable lifestyle after retirement. However, as a cost of living continues arise, people spend more on essential expenses such as food, housing, and healthcare. This leaves less money available for retirement savings, making it more difficult to achieve financial security in the future. Next is inflation. Inflation reduces the purchasing power of money over time. Even if someone has saved a large amount for retirement, that money may not be enough in the future because prices continue to increase. This is why retirement savings need to grow through proper investment so they can keep up with inflation. The third concept is saving behavior. When living expenses increase, many people have to prioritize their daily needs instead of saving of retirement. As a result, they may reduce or delay their retirement contribution, which can significantly affect the amount of saving they will have later in life. Lastly, risk management. Planning for retirement also involves managing financial risks such as inflation, rising healthcare costs, living longer than expected, and the possibility of insufficient retirement income. This risk can be managed through proper financial planning, diversified investments, and regularly reviewing retirement goals. In conclusion, the rising cost of living has a significant impact on retirement planning. Therefore, it is important for individuals to start saving early, invest wisely, and review their financial plan regularly to ensure they can enjoy a comfortable retirement.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. My name is Nur Atika Farisha. For our case analysis, our group interviewed Encik Muhammad Amri bin Muhammad Nur to have a better understanding on how the rising cost of living affect the retirement planning from a retiree's perspective. Encik Muhammad Amri is 62 years old and retired in 2024 after working for about 39 years as an operation assistant at SMK Putera Kota Baru. He is currently receiving a monthly government pension of around 2,300 ringgit. Besides that, he also received a survivor's pension from his late wife. He is now living with his children in his own house. During the interview, Encik Muhammad Amri told us that although he's receiving a pension every month, he can clearly feel that the cost of living had increased. According to him, groceries, electricity bills, transportation, and healthcare are now much expensive than before. Because of this, most of his monthly pension is now used to cover up for the basic necessities. From his experience, we can relate that this can relate to the concept of the retirement income adequacy. In simple terms, having a pension does not always mean that someone had enough money for retirement. If the cost of living keep increasing, the same amount of pension will not be enough to maintain the same lifestyle. Another point that caught our attention is that Encik Muhammad Amri received a survivor's pension from his late wife. He shared that this additional income really helps him to manage his monthly expenses. This shows the importance of risk management, where having more than one sources of retirement income can reduce the financial pressure and burden during the retirement. Lastly, our interview also relates to longevity risk. As people are now living longer, retirees need to make sure that their retirement income can last for many years. And Sheikh Muhammad Amri mentioned that he still needs to plan his spending carefully because he does not know how much the living cost will increase in the future. Overall, this interview shows that even the government retirees with stable pension are still affected by the rising cost of living. It reminds us that the retirement planning is not only about receiving a pension, but also making sure that our savings and income are enough to support us throughout the retirement. Next, I'll be explaining the impact analysis based on our interview with Encik Muhammad Amri. From the interview, we found 4 main impacts. First, the rising cost of living make it harder for people to have saving for their retirement. Nowadays, most people spend a lot of their income on daily expenses like food, transport, electricity, and other bills. Because of that, there is not much money left for the retirement. Saving. Although Encik Muhammad Amri is already retired, his experience shows that savings enough before retirement is very important because living expenses will always continue to increase. Second, retirement income can be used up much faster. Encik Muhammad Amri shared that the most of his monthly pension is now spent on basic necessities. Even though his pension amount stays the same, everything around him has become more expensive, so the value of his pension is actually lower than before. Third, retirees may face lower financial securities. Encik Muhammad Amri told us that he is fortunate enough because he also receiving a survivor's pension from his late wife. This additional income helped him manage his monthly expenses. However, not every retiree has this advantage. Those who depends only on one sources of income may struggle more when living costs continue to rise. Lastly, this interview reminds us why early retirement is so important. If we start saving early and have more than one resources of retirement income, we will be in a better financial position after retirement. Encik Muhammad Amri's experience clearly shows that even government pensioners are still affected by inflation.
Based on the finding of this study, there are 5 main recommendations to improve retirement income adequacy among Malaysians. First, financial literacy and retirement awareness should be strengthened. Financial education should start from an early age and continue throughout adulthood so that individuals understand the importance of saving and planning for retirement. Second, individuals should develop consistent saving habits. Even small monthly saving can grow significantly over time through compound returns. Managing personal expenses wisely also help increase retirement savings. Third, retirement investments should be diversified instead of relying only on EPF savings. Individuals are encouraged to invest in other long-term financial products such as private retirement schemes, unit trust, and fixed income investment according to their risk tolerance. Fourth, retirement plans should be reviewed regularly as income, family responsibility, and the cost of living change over time. Financial plans should be updated to ensure retirement goals remain achievable. Finally, stronger support from both the government and employers is essential. This includes providing financial education programs, retirement planning workshops, financial counseling, and policies that encourage higher retirement savings. In conclusion, achieving adequate retirement income requires shared responsibility between individuals, employers, and the governments. Through better financial planning, consistent savings, diversified investment, and continuous support, Malaysia can be better prepared for a financially secure retirement.